We can hear this. I mean, what if I'm infected? Welcome to the show, everyone. This is the George Anton show. We are on fire today. We have nothing to talk about, but always we find something to talk about if we are alive. Right here on the show, a new day on a George Anton show. Man, what an intro. The most idiotic. Alright, this channel is brought to you, this episode is brought to you by channel 224 on Trio. So get on and click on the link in the description above or below. Wow, some beautiful neighbors. And watch Sky News, that is channel 224. Watch the news to see if the stimulus is approved. If the stimulus is approved, it's gonna help millions of Americans in need. Last night on the news, there was only mothers with children that they're worried they're gonna be thrown in a street. That is American people to be thrown in a street. That's not nice. It's not a good thing. Man, it's beautiful neighbors. So yeah, COVID-19. I risked my life. Where is the music? Hold on, let's put some drama now, because it's about my life. Put at risk. I was in the front line. This is war. Trump said this is a war president. Stranger in the way. Let me see. By rage. I can't hear anything. Maybe it's just I started the show with the wrong settings, huh? I hate when that happens because we're not doing anything but of course monitor and output. I couldn't hear anything that was happening. Alright, now I can hear what you hear. Oh my god, we messed up the show. This is the most annoying thing. I couldn't hear this music and you heard it all this time. You wouldn't pump me up. Hello? Can you hear me now? I don't get it. Wow, I have another one here. Auxiliary 4? What the fuck is going on, man? I also cursed on a show without music. That's terrible. Now, is this gonna be explicit now for one curse? What's going on? Oh, so I can control it's strange. And oh, this is my voice. Okay. Sorry, people. Sometimes these things don't work. What about this? What is this? Audio mix. I better let it run, huh? I don't even know what I'm doing. There's so many buttons, so many sound and things. And I can't even take callers from all these devices. I don't even have the phone connected properly to the podcast, so I can take phone calls. But you can call the George Anton show. We are now live, 310-927-9552. Who's laughing? Don't laugh. Let them call. Call in. Tell us if you have a question or a comment. You gotta have something to say. So, these guys are back here laughing. I can hear them laughing. I wonder which this. Oh, okay. So this is George Anton, the comedian. I'm now a comedian since the COVID-19. I hate these guys laughing. Of course, they don't believe I'm a comedian. I have a stand-up comedy special. It's called Black Chicks. and I'm gonna perform at the Comedy Store every Monday after the pandemic. So I started being a comedian with the pandemic, and I'm gonna finish. Perform after the pandemic, because we'll see what's gonna happen. But now we had an episode, beautiful episode yesterday. Joe Rogan is moving from LA to Texas. He's leaving the Comedy Store, so what's the point of performing at the Comedy Store? So I was thinking maybe after the pandemic I go to Texas, visit the comedy compound, and try to make a sitcom with these guys, a movie with all the comedians there, if it's possible. So there are a lot of actors there, a lot of talented comedians slash actors. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Yeah. So let's see. I didn't show you the poster, Black Chicks, huh? Oh well, you know the poster. I don't have it on my screen right now. As in fact, I don't have anything on my screen. I have some Austin, Texas. I have it yesterday. I was looking where Joe is moving. I want to believe he's moving close to Alex Jones. They're gonna both unite, and I have confirmation that Joe put it in a contract with Spotify to have Alex in the on the show. Because on YouTube he had a lot of problems. The YouTube said, oh, you cannot have this guest, you cannot have that guest, and they were telling him what guest to have on his show. Facebook is crazy. It's something called Facebook Watch, and if you go to videos, this is a man pulled out an AR-15 in self-defense. So it's a fat guy, for the people who are listening, in a gas station, tattooed. These people, I tell you straight up, that's why we have the episode. It's a stimulus episode. The title, if you read it, it's COVID-19, $600, because these people ran out of stimulus. Tomorrow is gonna be the vote. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, and if the stimulus is not gonna go on for these people, it's gonna be a terrible news. I mean, this is nothing. What's happening? Don't laugh. This is not funny. Oh look, people with this type of airplanes. Also now it's delayed. Well, we don't matter, this is a radio podcast anyway. So we're watching some planes, we're watching a dog. Poor dog. So these people,
this is half bear, half dog.
Half bear, half dog. No, it's a dog with rabies. Alright. Don't laugh. These guys, they laugh. This is a friend of mine, Rob Rawlings. Let's hear what he has to say. I used to work at some point for a couple of months in Hey Sebastian, for my boss Sebastian. Boss, what's up? Respect. He has a hotel, and he turned the hotel. Very nice guy, beautiful heart, Sebastian, my friend. He's a millionaire. He owns this hotel. I hope he doesn't mind I'm saying he's a millionaire. I love millionaires. He owns this hotel, and he transformed it into don't laugh, into a recovery center, for drug addicts. That is a opioid crisis in America that is going on. And that's where I met Rob. I worked there on computers. I only smoke weed. I actually didn't have any weed there. I didn't smoke weed all the time that I was there. I didn't have from where. So it was in Ohio. So it was like a temporary gig, work, let's call it like that. And that's what happened. And I actually interviewed Rob. How can I show you the interview? I think I can. Alright, let's do that. Let me show you the interview with Rob that I shot when I was working there, because I got a camera and I said, hey, let me shoot for Christmas. I was promoting the place. And I hope these guys, they stop laughing in the background, because this just becomes annoying at some point. And this is a serious matter. It's about another pandemic. It's a pandemic, or opioid pandemic, that is going on in America right now. Yeah. And my friend Sebastian, the millionaire, he put his wealth, on the line, his hotel, to help people. Alright, so I believe that I'm still the manager of the account, so we can watch some video with Rob from California Palms Addiction Recovery Center, where I used to work for a couple of months, and I shot these videos. And when I was working there, because I'm a filmmaker, I kind of shot it kind of like a documentary type of stuff, because that's what that's my style. I'm a filmmaker. If they hire the filmmaker, that's what they're gonna get. But they're still here, right? Let's see again. Hold on one sec. Oh man, I don't have them in here. How can I find them? Maybe in a playlist. Oh man, it's gonna be so much. This is a dead air time, dude. Here we go. So I can have this right now. And if I search on Facebook, California Palms Addiction Recovery Center, maybe that's gonna work. This show is brought to you by Trio. And why are you closing the Trio page, you idiot? Alright, the Trio, let me play the logo channel. What channel is this now? It's in the description. It's the Sky News channel, live channels brought to you by Trio. That's it. I'm annoyed. The show is a mess. And when something goes bad, you can only go down. I was actually listening to a neurologist today, the Joe Rogan interview, and the guy said when you are depressed and you feel bad about yourself, everything, you just feel bad, that is the perfect time for someone to be taking over your brain. It's the best time for someone to take advantage of your brain, because your brain, it's all misfiring. So yeah, man, I guess we lost this. I have it somewhere. I don't know where I have it. These videos. I wish I could. I would know, but I don't. Too bad. There was some good videos. I mean, yeah, I can show you, but I wanted to show you the interviews. I mean, this guy was just being real, man. This guy Rob, my friend. They say, I mean, my friends. It's not like we chatted there. We met then, and I worked there. It was my friend while I was there, but still my friend. I mean, these guys went through a terrible. The stories, they were horrible. This it's called fentanyl. It's some kind of drug. I mean, I think everybody knows what fentanyl is. Well, for you who don't know, it's made for elephants. If you want to put an elephant to sleep, you give him some of that chemical. And when some Chinese, they start shipping over here, and these people discover that they just use like a little piece of, like the size of a piece of salt, and they can get high like from a lot of heroin. It's like heroin, and people are dying because it's such a small. If it's made for elephants, you have to understand the difference of a size. before of because I'm talking with the people that they know the difference of a size of a ewe and an elephant. So good luck. Man, there was so much to talk about, and how can I dig those videos? That just bothers me. The equipment everything bothers me today, and that would have been a great segue. Let's give it a search on Facebook, okay? And take care of some Facebook friends. Let's see if we have any friends on Facebook. Let's relax the show for a sec. I know for the podcast, because now we went live on we went on a podcast, you know, it's like a radio show. That's what this is supposed to be. The fact that we have a little video here, that doesn't equate. But Palms, California Palms, California. I wish I had those videos. California Palms. We'll see if something pops up. It was great audio too. That's what I wanted. Drug Addiction Treatment Center. Not sure, but maybe they're not public anymore. Who knows? It's not opening, huh? I like this place. I filmed a lot here. Videos. But now it's COVID-19, man. And I was talking about this COVID-19. I mean, essential workers. What is an essential worker? I was on the front line, dude. From April to now, I was working in a front line. And now, this is no joke anymore, man. I can't be... Oh, look at the videos, dude. They're right here. Merry Christmas. This is it. I found Rob. This is no joke, and I wouldn't be in a front line. Why would I even... Hold on a second. Do you think in a front line, how much you think I should get paid in a front line? A normal salary? Let's be serious, man. I wouldn't be in the front line. First of all, the government retracted responsibilities from all the companies. In case something happens to you because of COVID-19, the company that hired you has no responsibility for your life, and there is no cure for this virus. Do you think that's fair? I don't. I mean, I don't think Jeff Bezos puts in a risk like me, and the guy makes $1 billion. I don't care what company he bought, a website, whatever he did, or all these other guys. They have to take the same risk, or get me paid. Give me the cash. Because if you don't pay me, okay, for me to be an essential worker, how much you want to pay me? How much? If I die from COVID-19 at my workplace, I get sick and I die, how much you gonna pay my daughter, my life insurance? $1 billion? I don't think so. That's what I mean, man. So let's hear Rob.
Start doing things a little different. I grew up, my mom was the only parent in my life. You know, I had an abusive father, and I got introduced to opiates as a young child in high school, and got injured in wrestling. And when I went to the doctors, you know, I was supposed to have back surgery. It was my first introduction to opiates, and I knew something was wrong because it felt really good when I first took it.
I shot with 2 cameras. Very nice guys. They just sat there, and I said, "Look, this videos." What's happening? All right, Rob. Let's pause for a sec.
Void that I had in my life. At my worst in my opiate addiction. The last time I took pills, I had to take 43 of them at once. 43
pills. So Rob. I told these guys, all of them, look, this is just to help people. That's why we're doing this video. So for me, as a filmmaker, I'm just gonna take the truth and I'm just gonna chop it up, cut, you know, put what you said. But I'm just gonna chop the boring stuff and say and just leave the pure dialogue edited, so you can see the result in case you are suffering, you're going through opioid addiction or something like that. I know how it feels, trust me. I smoke weed every single day. I can now. Joe Rogan is going to Texas. In Texas I don't think he's allowed to smoke weed. How is he gonna go smoking weed on a show anymore? On a Joe Rogan Experience with Elon Musk and stuff, because he was smoking weed with Elon Musk. We have Elon Musk smoking weed. Elon Musk. This is so famous. This is the most famous picture on the internet right now because of this guy. Look at this. The famous. They made everything with t-shirts, mugs, bullshit. Anything you want to buy with this guy smoking weed on a Joe Rogan show. And if he does, how am I gonna smoke weed in Texas? They're gonna arrest, they're gonna put you in jail. So I guess him and these comedian friends, they're gonna be there, they're gonna have something, hey man, maybe I go there and I say, hey guys, can I film something for you? But who are you? What the fuck, my nose is itchy. Hey guys, can I'm a filmmaker, I mean I'm a stand-up comedian now, I switched my career with the pandemic, but before I used to be a filmmaker, so I don't know how to do with the camera and film some stuff and do something. Do you have also like a joint? And maybe they're gonna have something. I'm thinking. Even if it's Texas, you smoke some. And if the police comes in Texas, like Texas Ranger, there was a Texas Ranger that comes and arrests you for smoking weed. What's the Texas Ranger? Texas Ranger. Let's see. If you smoke weed, you're messing up it's illegal in Texas. Texas Ranger. No, this is not a Texas Ranger. Yes, this is the Texas Rangers. Let's see, where is the Wikipedia page for Texas Ranger? The Texas Ranger Division, also known as Los Diablos Tejanos, the Texas Devils, is a U.S. statewide investigative law enforcement agency with statewide jurisdiction in Texas, based in the capital city, Austin. Oh, exactly where Joe Rogan is moving. So yeah, if this guy shows up, he say, no sir, but he's gonna say, but he's here, he smells like a little bit like illegal or weed. No sir, I don't smell nothing, so I don't know what happened. I don't know. So yeah, or maybe those both, if you see the ranger, if you have a joint, hide it. So I don't know what's gonna happen with smoking weed. Joey Diaz, he's going to Texas. Joey Diaz, Texas. He's going to Texas with Joe. He eats a lot of medicines, like cannabis-based teddy bears, cookies, stuff like that. Not him. This is a advertising from YouTube, just playing here, but I just want a little bit of Joey Diaz. I hope they're not gonna take me off there. Usually on YouTube they make fuss. If I play more than 3 seconds of content, it just gets it, and I cut it out. I say, oh, you know what? Cut that piece out. I'm on a George Anton show. I'm promoting your ass on a George Anton show. Okay, I'm showing you ass face, not Joey Diaz, very nice guy, very beautiful face.
Hey,
look, for the people who can see.
If it's something that I have to make my decision, I go back and forth. I'm not.
He had a funny feeling. The funny feeling was Joe told him, hey man, I'm going to look how he's smoking weed on a show. So that's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know how these guys, they're gonna survive in Texas. They're gonna have weed in Texas. They're gonna have a compound with monkeys and tigers in there and guns and shit and weed. A lot of weed growing operation. Everybody's gonna grow these own plants. Joey Diaz plants. Then I don't know Tommy Hinchcliffe. I know his name. I don't know if he's gonna. I think Donny Hinchcliffe just smokes regular cigarettes. But yeah, man. What was I was telling you a story here. Let's see if we can remember. I was on Facebook. Oh, here we are. We're playing Rob, dude. Yeah, let's go. So I know how it feels. Yeah, I know how it feels. That's why I need a sidekick. Maybe we should call somebody. We're gonna call somebody on the show. I know how it feels. You know, if you are a drug addict, that you're going through heroin addiction, or you had a problem with someone in your family with heroin addiction. I know how.
I would go to doctor's offices. I would steal Novocaine. And I would numb different parts of my body up, and I would cut down through the tendons in my hands just to have multiple surgeries. So he would hurt himself in order to go to the doctor and give him pain medicines because he didn't have the money to buy. But I'm amazed because if one granule of the size of a salt can kill an elephant, or at least get the elephant really fucking high, the elephant would be like, what the fuck is going on? It's not gonna know what's going on, the elephant. But this guy, if you want a granule, like, dude, if you buy a granule, how much can it be a granule? This Chinese, they must be making a lot of money with this president, Cho PP, what's his name? He has trouble in Hong Kong now. It's unbelievable how they mess up, but they wanna keep the society under control. And look, they keep them. There's not much virus here in America, man. There were these guys earlier on Facebook Watch with guns. They were walking with guns. I can't find them anymore. But they were walking with guns to help the police. It was a militia. That was unbelievable. I was watching. So a lot of shit is going on, and if you feel addicted. Before I got introduced to heroin, and the first time I went to treatment, I was there for all the wrong
Go
reasons.
to treatment.
I ended up meeting my heroin friend, and I got introduced to heroin. I was spending $180 a day on pills. I got switched to a $10
How
bag
much?
Of dope, and
Shit, I forgot this detail.
$100 a day on pills. Ended up meeting my heroin drug, and I got introduced to heroin. I was spending $180 a day on pills. I got switched to a $10 bag.
$180, bro.
Treatment after treatment, I wasn't using the tools. I wasn't taking suggestions. I wasn't doing what they were trying to teach me how to do. I was more concerned.
Of course, if you want to get high,
or try to figure out
why would you take a suggestion? You always take the suggestion. Yeah, I want to be high. Why would I take a different suggestion?
That I had going on, my dad not being there and whatnot. I will say, coming to the California Palms here, it's not your conventional treatment center. The place did help save my life. The biggest thing for me was the comfortability here, being institutionalized, being at many other treatment centers before, and
you can feel the pain of such a drug, man. I mean, it must be terrible, Rob. Miss you, bro. So hi, hello. Call if you want to go to the Great Center. Call 800-378-8259. I think you can call in California Palms. It's not in California, it's in Ohio. They have a lot of palm trees around the compound. Fake palm trees, it's made of plastic, ordered from China, if you can believe it. So you can get fentanyl and palm trees, both of them from China. And yeah, go call this number. And yeah, Rob, man, this is, I know, because I smoke weed, bro. I love weed, so when someone tries to tell me, George, don't smoke weed anymore, so are you crazy? Like, why would I? Now I was thinking, how am I gonna take weed with me if it's illegal to cross in another state? I can't. That's terrible. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm stuck to California. It's crazy, man, Rob. It's crazy. So I can totally understand. That's why I would never try something. This weed is because I'm depressed. I have a depression. So for me, it's a self-medication type of thing. It's a medication that I do not recommend. It is go to your doctor. You know, I have a doctor here in California, so I have a medical thing. Yes, you can get it for a recreational thing, but for me, I have the paper. It's right here somewhere. I'm not sure. Got it. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's the story, Rob, and I totally understand, Rob. Totally get it.
And that was probably the biggest thing that worked for me this time. You know, I took suggestions from people. You know, I learned that people will suggest things because they work, not just because they want to hear themselves talk. I had to get over that pride and that ego thing that you know, I got myself into this. I'll get myself out. First word or the first step is we. Take the I out of illness, put a we in front of it spells wellness. I can't do this by myself. And I had to get over that pride, you know, that it's okay for a grown man to ask
for help.
You know, people don't know what's going on.
That was the message of this video, basically. I said, man, if you go through something going on, call this number, 1-800-378-8259. Go to Ohio. Go to Sebastian. Sebastian is my friend. Call him first. Don't just show up to the... Call Sebastian. Say, hey, Sebastian, I have a problem with heroin, bro. I'm now it's COVID-19 too. You go to his hotel. It's beautiful. He's got amazing rooms. Beautiful rooms. He's got TVs, cable, television, Roku, I don't know what he's got, internet. Every morning you wake up, look, he made for Christmas, if it's Christmas. If it's like Easter, gonna make eggs everywhere. I can't tell you what he does. It's gonna be a new life. You start a new life at this recovery center. That's why I work only for the best. Alright, so let's continue to listen to Rob. It's a great show. The opioid crisis.
California gave me the opportunity to do that, and over the last 11 and a half months, you know, I've been able to, acquire my recovery coach certificate, my CDCA. I'm always going to be a licensed drug counselor. I moved back to Akron.
So he's there helping other people.
And I'm going to be a manager of a recovery house. And it's just a blessing, you know, without having the last 11-month pause in my life. None of that would be possible. So if I can do it, any of y'all can do it. You know?
Yeah.
You just got to get to a point where when you want to get better, you know, more than you want to, stay sick. You may not know what
Who's these guys that are laughing?
You know you want something different. So you got to have faith. You know, I hear
Stop
people all the
laughing.
time tell me they don't have faith. They've never experienced faith. Well, I promise you, when you were out there going to the dope man, you had faith that he was going to give you good dope.
Yeah.
So whether you realize it or not.
Well, he has to have, like, when I had my first let's call my first drug dealer that I ever had. He's now a director of photography. He is the first one who gave me, actually, I smoked weed for the first time in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, in the year 2002. I went to Asia for like 1 year and a half at some point in my youth to discover the world and find, man, I did discover the freaking world. Like, I've been through Malaysia, Thailand, and yeah, I've seen discrepancies, the difference of poor people and rich people. Well, I've seen this in where I'm coming from, Romania. I lived in the communism where it wasn't really like that, but you knew that some people have more than others, but everybody had something. So everybody had, you know what I mean? There was inequality in communism, but everybody had something. Everybody had safety, shoes and all that stuff, a place to live, all that. I mean, that was granted. and a job. They would force you to have a job, even if you would have to go to the job and do nothing. They would force you to be. It's like would say, okay, let me give you an example because we talk about that. That would solve the opioid crisis. Give everyone jobs. Everyone had to have a job. It's like Trump would say, from now on, we're gonna solve this unemployment thing. From now on in America, everybody, American citizen, everybody on this territory, whatever, with papers, no papers, however he wants to decide, that's gonna be a fucked up situation. They are allowed to have a job, automatic. They're gonna have a job, they're gonna have, it's not gonna be this stimulus anymore, to give the stimulus, give, not give, 600, bro, everybody's got a job, everybody gotta go to work. COVID, no COVID, if it's COVID, stay home, whatever, everybody's gonna get paid the same anyway. What are you gonna do? Gotta go to work. Some people gotta not go to work, oh, it's COVID, it's this and that, why risk my life? Some other gonna be heroic and I'm gonna say, fuck, freak this. Can I curse? Yeah, fuck it. So anyway, we don't have to curse. So some of them will decide to go in the middle of the pandemic, be essential worker. I want to be an essential worker. I'm gonna be here in the front line until he gets sick and dies, or he goes home and gives his grandma this, or my wife is obese, I give her this, I'm gonna kill her. Do I want to kill my wife? No. Alright, so my parents, do I want to kill my parents? It's to be an essential worker. Come on, let's be in the front line. Fuck out of here. So that's what I mean, man. If the Trump would give to everyone, that would be everyone has the salary. You will not have this problem, okay, with the epidemic.
I appreciate everybody out there that supports people in recovery. So many people don't understand the stigma. People are uneducated. If people get scared about things that they're uneducated about, So if you don't know,
he's gonna keep him busy too. If he has to, even if he doesn't have to do anything at work, just come and look through the building or whatever, sit down in a chair, do nothing. It's gonna be not much for everybody to do if you hire everybody. Stuff. But everyone to do something. Plant a potato, plant a tomato, do something, do a tree, do something, do a sandwich for somebody. Just have a job, have something. Now with the computers and all these databases, boom, don't laugh, it's true, can put everybody to work. So that's how you put America back to work, Donald Trump. Do some communistic type mix, capitalistic type mix. You have to mix it. You have to mix capitalism with communism, kind of like China does. China does it pretty good. You get out of line, you get taxed. You cross the light with the beep beep, they put the picture, look at you, a jaywalker, and it gets your credit down. Now just for jaywalking and for other stuff like not having enough battery in your phone, your credit score is gonna go down. Because that means you're irresponsible. Look, I have how much battery? 30%. Now my credit score is gonna go down because I'm irresponsible. I'm not keeping my phone charged. And this is my tracking device where I'm being tracked and stuff by the things, so I can go to work, be healthy, and the government can take care of me. 1984. All right, let's listen more to Rob.
Or you have somebody struggling with that. They're not just labeled. We're human beings, we're the best human beings out there. So I guarantee in our sobriety, in our recovery, if something were to go down, we'd be the first ones in and the last ones out.
Yeah, man. So get to work, spend all the money on drugs, but
listen, holidays have always been a bad thing for me.
That was my voice. What?
This is probably one.
Let's see how do I sound when I speak, because I'm about to go to Joe Rogan compound, run some interviews. I mean, here.
You got good heart.
Really, some people are paying out there with holidays and depression on the holidays.
Listen,
some people in pain, depression on the holidays. What a bullshit
holidays
type
have
this
always
time.
been a bad thing for me. This is probably one of the first Christmases I can remember where I ain't got to cut my Christmas tree out of the newspaper and tape it to my cell wall. No, that you're not alone. Pick up the phone.
On a cell in a jail, imagine. Because of drugs, American person with American passport, that is a dream, man. If you tell the whole communist bloc in 1985 or in 1984, because we're just saying 1984, say, hey man, American, Rob is American guy. Oh my God, really? Where is he? You would take Rob, my God, you're American. Amazing stuff. And now what's happening? You get some, stop laughing, it's not funny. You get some poison for elephants from China and you to poison American people. How can the China post office not be stopped to send this? Just stop everything from China. That's it. If you want to stop this.
We don't pick up.
I mean, look, you destroy this guy alive. You give him substances that are made for elephants to him.
It's gonna rise tomorrow, and we get to create our own.
He's a normal human being.
Struggling, pick up the phone, everybody has a happy holiday. Know that you're not alone.
Pick up the phone and call somebody.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Look, Happy Hanukkah, man.
Happy New Year. Don't drink.
No drinking.
Drink grape juice.
Yeah, grape juice. Wasn't that wonderful? What a beautiful thing. Alright, so we see, yeah, is this guy smoking again? That's a good, we have other people about drinking. Yeah, man, drinking. Look, drinking is no good, man. Let me see. For me, I have alcoholism goes in my family. My uncle, my mom, my grandfather. Like they,
Hi, my name's Chris,
this is
and I'm
it's
alcoholic.
I never drink alcohol.
38 years old.
No laugh on this because I
live
get
here
upset
at
fast.
the California Calms Recovery Center. I've been drinking on and off since I was about 15 years old. I went through heavy times of drinking, light times of drinking.
This is the cook from California Palms. When you go to California Palms Hotel, there is kind of like I explained you how Donald Trump would make a society. Everybody does his thing. I was doing I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't doing much. Was I doing? Oh, I was just administering medicines to the people. I was going in a room and they would come and I would have to administer medicines. Yeah, that was my job. It was pretty easy. I mean, I wouldn't do anything all day, just sit at the computer, shoot this. But look how beautiful. I shot with a nice Panasonic, beautiful lenses, beautiful camera, the basic lenses that they came with the camera. Now I have even better lenses. Look how beautiful it looks with the fire in the background and everything.
It really started messing my life up when I was around 22 or 23.
Alcohol
started causing not only myself a lot of pain and hardships, but my family and friends as well, especially my parents. Last December 18th, was the last day
I can only
drink.
imagine. It's not enough. Now I can only imagine if I would put my parents through. George, your son, he's an alcoholic. You can laugh. Because I will never be an alcoholic. Because I know alcohol, it's in the DNA. So if I have a predisposition to alcohol, if I like weed so much, can you imagine if I would smoke alcohol or smoke this, what these guys, they taking heroin and cocaine and all that stuff? What would happen to George Anton? What would happen to the George Anton show? I wouldn't be here. I would be an alcoholic. You know what an alcoholic is? Wakes up in the morning. Let's hear from Chris. Chris Paul, he's the cook at California Palms. So if you go to oh, look, the dog. That's a blind dog.
To this place
that's the best dog. I used to walk that dog.
And the support of my family and friends.
We missed Chris. Hold on. Okay, Chris. Tell us, buddy.
To God, thanks to this place and everything they've done for me.
Oh, yeah.
The recovery community and the support of my family and friends. A lot of the things I went through never really deterred me
For
from
the
drinking.
people just listening
in
out there, you
accidents,
gotta
I've
see
been
the
in jail,
video
I've
if
been
you
in
can
prison.
find this anywhere. Just put the George
I've
Anton show for the day.
Almost
It's
died many
available. We're
times
available everywhere.
from many different.
We are now available on multiple streaming networks everywhere. I'm not kidding, like 20, 30 streaming websites in the same freaking time. I can show you now really quick. Yeah, Periscope. Oh my god, this dead air time. This is when I could have somebody read like this type of, can I make these interruptions and I say okay, read whatever we're streaming. Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn, D-Live, YouTube, Africa, we're in Africa, Russia and Puerto Rico. What is this? Picarto, Mob Crush, Facebook, everywhere live, and another 16, I'm not gonna read them all, but I would love to have someone to, when I get a break, because I can't just have diarrhea at the mouth like 2 hours of this show continuously. So unfortunately you're gonna have some dead times sometimes. Yeah, you can laugh, go ahead and laugh. Let's just continue with Chris. Go ahead, Chris, tell us about alcohol, man. That's why I stayed away, Chris. I never drink alcohol, Chris. I'm not saying that you shouldn't drink alcohol if you want, but not Chris, but anybody you out there. But I don't recommend it, dude.
Stabbed in the chest.
Stab in the
10
chest.
days in the ICU.
ICU.
None of it affected me. To a point it did. But it didn't make me want to quit drinking. I finally, last year, I was on a couple month binge drinking about a gallon of vodka a day. And my doctor told me that if I didn't quit drinking, I was going to die. And it kind of hit home. Like, I realized that it was messing with my health.
Yeah,
It wasn't something I
death.
could just get through and go back to drinking like everything else I'd done in my life. So I made the decision
Death
to...
is the end. Death, my death will stop this show. If someone doesn't come to take over the George Anton show and say, I'm gonna continue to do the George Anton show, like my daughter or somebody, she would come after I die and she will continue to do the show. But if she doesn't, then, or I have to make more kids, but I don't think it's gonna happen, because for me it's just one wife, one life missing.
to quit. And that was just the first step of finding the support and help I needed. You know, I went into detox, and then a couple of my friends got me in here. This place.
And from alcohol you get depressed and then drink more and then get more depressed and drink more.
It's really helped.
Yeah, you need
After I
friends,
finished the
bro.
Program, stayed here.
Yeah, out of
And-
Palms. What a great place.
Now I run the kitchen. I'm the executive chef in the kitchen.
Great cook.
I have my family.
He was making food every
is
day.
very
I was
proud of
eating,
me.
just waking up, sleeping,
proud of
eating,
myself too,
just
but,
giving some medicines
I
to
try
the
not
people.
to
I mean, I
forget
was
where I came
working.
from and what
Very
happened.
nice job.
But it's nice
And
to
that's
have
it.
my family actually look at me.
Very
and
easy
want me
job.
around
Sebastian.
instead of looking at me with like disappointment in their eyes.
Yeah, because
My
look how
dad
beautiful
calls
guy
me to
you
help
are.
him out with things. I work with him a lot. People I haven't seen in years
How
tell me
beautiful
how good I
picture,
look.
man. I had nice
You
lenses.
know,
Thank
there
you.
are many, many blessings to being sober. One of
Yeah.
the greatest things is being able to deal with life. I mean, life comes at you whether you're sober or not. You can.
For me, I'm not. The weed doesn't affect me anymore. I think I'm the same when I wake up, when I sleep. If I smoke or I don't smoke, I think I'm the same. I'm probably it just doesn't affect me anymore.
Put it with a clear
Unfortunately.
mind.
When I
deal with the
smoked, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to call Wes. I said started the story because I smoked weed first time. It was in Asia, right, in Kuala Lumpur. Some Indonesian guys. I was coming tired from work. I said, "What the fuck is going on?" And this guy was sitting by the pool laughing and having. I said, "What you guys up to here?" Oh yeah, okay, you wanna? He said, "Yeah, let me see what this is." Wow. And it was like a new revelation type of stuff. I said, what the is going on? and I was laughing with those guys, making fun of them, and I said, man, this is unbelievable. And then I forgot about it, you know, because there was nothing for me. I'm not for drugs. And until I got to America 2009, when I was shooting my one of the Dracula movie, I remember I just published the film. I just finished publishing the film. Now is 7 million views 10 years later, and I had a little bit of weed left by this guy Wes, my friend Wesley Claggett, and let's call him. Let's see if he to share this story with him here on the line. Let's see if he's available. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be available on this COVID-19.
You're supposed to give me a briefing on Monday. And then I can't get anything out of it.
Oh, we started Dracula? Hold on one sec.
I'm going to turn that account over to you.
Sir, I'm swamped.
Oh, hold on one second. Wes?
The housing
Oh, okay.
None of your...
Hi, you reached Collect Films.
Oh, here's my first. We didn't get him. So he was my first kind of. Well, then I went and I took a license for this, but then I said, yeah, man, just leave me a little bit, maybe I'll try. And he said that, like, I had a little bit of weed on my desk. I had a production office in North Hollywood. I was working on scripts, making movies, shooting all these movies. And yeah, this is my IMDb page on the screen here for whoever sees this. Bunch of films, like starting, look, 2009, 2008 right here. Yeah, this is it. 2007 actually I started, but 2007 started strong until 2 years ago when I had to make major money to pay my wife, and I had to stop making films because I spent all my life, all my money making these films. So all I got is experience. All right. Man, what a great life, right? You love this. Alright, let's go on with Chris, because I forgot. I lost my
get through it
my
and learn from it.
money, and
Or you
I'm
can
just with experience now.
Knock it all out with drugs and alcohol. The problems are still there. And
Yeah.
you just escalate the problems because of drinking and using. I did that for most of my life, and throughout this year, I've cleaned up a lot of it, but I still have a long way to go. It's a lot better than where I was. My life is getting a lot better, and I'm very happy to be sober today. My life is so much better.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
My life was so much better when I started smoking weed in 2009, because I had that. This guy left me a little bit, and then I said, okay, now is I finished Dracula. I published it, and I was laughing because I kind of knew it's gonna be a hit because it's just so funny. It's just so ridiculous. And okay, let me smoke. And I smoked some. My wife, she was with my kid in the house. My kid, she was like 1 year old. It was very small. It was a little baby. And man, I had the tent in Hollywood, just down Hollywood Boulevard. It was Hollywood and Fairfax. I live just right here. And I was living in a back house. I had a big house, in a guest house in the back, nicely with my wife and kid. I had the tent set up in a backyard, with computers and everything, shoot these movies in my backyard and everywhere in Hollywood, and edit them in. That was the best time, editing movies, making movies in my backyard, dude. That was the most successful time. And then in the evening I was laughing my ass off by myself, watching YouTube, because I asked YouTube, hey, you could upload only 15 minutes, and I asked them, can I put 1 hour and a half movie, because I have these movies I don't have and they allowed me to do it. As soon as they did it, boom, I put them. And I was laughing and smoking this little weed that this guy left me, Wes, and it was great. I was watching Cocaine Cowboys on YouTube. Yeah, that was fantastic. Let's just go on with alcohol.
Oh yeah, it is. Yes.
What did I say?
Yes, it is.
I said something.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I cut my voice because it was. I sound horrible. I hear myself.
Thing,
I sound annoying.
about being sober, you can actually to enjoy the holidays with family and friends and not have to worry about drinking.
I just
or
wanted to end the video on a positive note, and that's it. To wish he's done wishes.
Go drink or something with it. Let's have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, man, that was Christmas. Not this Christmas, last Christmas, the other Christmas. You want one more to finish this opioid crisis? Alright, let's go with clinical director Ed Dyer. I miss him. It was funny. Let's hear.
And have found it to be a very interesting and very beneficial way for me to invest my time. I'm a recovering person, recovering alcoholic, addict.
So he was also alcoholic.
And I've been in recovery since May of 1975. I had gotten myself into quite a few binds through my use of alcohol and some other substances, some other drugs, and found myself in trouble with the law.
Yep.
Spent a little time in jail here and there.
Here you go.
Spent more than a few times trying to explain myself in front of the judge.
Judge.
Or a judge.
Yeah.
Been very fortunate. I've only had to do a few short periods of time in jail. But by the time I got to the point where I was finding myself locked up, I began to take stock of myself and began to recognize that I was going to have much of a life. I'm going to have to do a little more with
be all
it than
messed
what
up, going from
I had been doing.
bad to worse.
Involved in a lot of heavy use. If I was going to have much satisfaction.
Man, but look at the beautiful
living,
picture
much
that I took,
satisfaction for
man. This
myself
is,
and what I'm
and
doing,
these are the basic lenses I could have. I have
get a clearer
now
picture
lenses
of-
to get
I
a
could be of use
much better
to
depth of
myself
field.
and to
Beautiful stuff.
others.
Oh, this is framed
And
pretty good,
recognize
and look, I'm
that,
moving with the
might be to
camera.
my
Stabilization
advantage
is
Seek to
alright.
involve
It could have
myself
been
in-
better.
in,
It was just from hand.
support and treatment
This is on a
programs.
tripod.
being
Oh, that was the
involved
iPad
in,
actually. That's the iPad in 4K, and this is the
treatment
camera in 4K.
programs and,
That's what it is. That's how I shot two
geez,
cameras.
as far back as I can remember, both in the 12-step programming, AA and NA.
Anyway, let's finish with this opioid crisis, man. This is a horrible crisis. I was involved in it 2 years ago to shoot these videos and more videos. I shot like a bunch of stuff. All these videos, you can go on California Palms and go and watch them. Wow, we covered the pandemic of opioid crisis too on this George Anton show. Can't believe it. George Anton show is on fire today. Wow, that was good. All right, what's next? We gonna end the show, or we're gonna go on? Of course, we're gonna go on. Let's go on with the news. Let's see what's happening. Sunday, 7/26/20. That's July 26, 2020. As if 2020 couldn't get any worse. We lost the legendary broadcaster Regis Philbin this weekend. This guy is one of those guys who made it old. So he made it when he made the $1 million when he was in his freaking 60s, man. 50 something, 60. I'm 42. So if I make $1 million in my 50s, that's gonna suck. I mean, you can go out with hot chicks and this and that, but they're gonna look at you like, what is this old guy? And even if you are famous, like, wow, no, this is George Anton from the George Anton show, she's still gonna look at you like, the fuck, I'm like 28 and you are like 58 and you wanna go out with me and you look like crap, you're a 58, almost 60-year-old guy. And that's what I'm saying. Things change when you get older. Not like right now. I'm not really interested in this type of adventures and shit like that. I feel like I was never actually interested. We don't have music on this show, man. I feel like romantic if we talk about this. We don't have nothing going on. We can't. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, be romantic, I wanted to jerk off last night and this morning, and I couldn't. It was just this pandemic. I woke up, I made some coffee, and I really just set up a computer and applied for jobs on Indeed. For whoever can see here, recent searches, right? How can I see the jobs that I posted? My jobs. Cause I can be staying on that's why I put the title, man, to 6. I don't care if they give me 1,600. I would love to work. And I applied as a writer at NBC Universal, and I applied also at College Humor and couple other places. So let me close this page. And I'm very active on LinkedIn as well. Maybe also we have this show on LinkedIn. Maybe someone can see me. I am available for work. I'm a film director, so I'm also a writer, not also a writer. I'm a writer in the first place. What the fuck? Can I change the music, please? Something else. I'm a writer since I was a boy, so I can write. Usually I like to write fictional stuff. Not this reality. If you want, is this show? It's just this. It's too much. I know it's boring. My voice is annoying, but this is what it is. Cutting it close to be less annoying. DJ Freedom is Cutting It Close. That's the name of the song. So I'm on LinkedIn. If you are I'm an entrepreneur. I have this station, Trio, which presents you channel 223, if I remember correctly in my promotion here. That's exactly correct. Sky News, live cable channel. Trio, it gives you live cable channels. You used to have the cable, you cut the cable, and you lost your channels. No, all the channels are back live on Trio. That's what you do. You go number 3reo.com/chan/ the channel number. In this case, 203. Is it? Yeah. 224, sorry. Channel 224, the link is in the description, above or below. I don't know where they put it, depends on the network that we are streaming. Some people put the description above, some people put it below. On Trio we have the chat on the left of the TV. You can watch Sky News live and chat with your friends in the same time. That is Trio, not the... Okay, I'm playing the wrong thing. But you have a bunch of graphics on the screen here. Doesn't matter. It's just for promotion to make Trio look good. This is your new streaming television. Right here, available and promoted by George Anton show. Available on all streaming networks, including podcast stuff. Google Podcasts too. We're supposed to be available today on Google Podcasts, but I don't know what happened. Let's actually go and check. Let's get rid of Elon Musk smoking weed and go on Anchor. This is what we're using. We're using Anchor from Spotify. Spotify just went ahead and bought this website. I knew about it. Lucky guys, they made a bunch of cash. Good website, great website. This is where I published the podcast, on Anchor. You're gonna love Anchor. Alright. So we are now available on 6 platforms with the podcast. And those are Breaker, I don't know what that is, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, and RSS. I guess we're gonna be available soon on Google and Apple. On Google I said we are available, but let's see. This podcast is not available or not yet published. So it's not yet published, I guess. I don't know how, we have to double check on that. We'll see. But yeah, if you search the George Anton show, it's there everywhere. Man, what a show today. We said a lot, and we still have more to do as we start our week smart here on the George Anton show. This weekend police said they arrested dozens after protesters tossed rocks, bottles and fireworks at officers in Seattle. If you're terrified or visiting a doctor's office for fear of coronavirus exposure, read these tips from experts. Man, I am terrified because I went to take my test and it was in a parking lot, and I said, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna take my COVID to do. That's a hotspot right there. So I might not have it, and I go there to take it, and then I die, and I say, oh, I just went to take a test. Is it safe to go to the doctor? One challenge. Even in an emergency, people put off the appointments. I don't believe that is safe, and I'm not gonna even listen to their advice. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna just decide for myself, and I'm gonna say no, it is not safe. But man, if you're sick and you have to go to the hospital, you have to go. But I'm just talking for me. Don't listen to me. I'm just an idiot. I'm a comedian. A couple of married 46 years battle coronavirus, cancer and chemo together and survived them all. Well, they're lucky people after all. Hana slammed the Texas coast with rains, so we had a typhoon, something like that, a hurricane hitting Texas. Evidence of slavery atrocities exists in the DNA of Americans. Man, that is a problem here in America, because they had slaves. I mean, I'm American here too now, so I guess we had slaves, but I wasn't here. There's no slaves where I'm coming from for 2300 years, so we don't have that. But here it was fucked up. Oh my god, this drawing of the Liverpool slave ship Brooks was commissioned by abolitionists to depict the inhumanity of the slave trade. Wow, they were cramming them. Wow, they didn't care if they live or die, just bring as many as possible, human beings, because they didn't have robots. So they said, okay, we're gonna use these black people as robots. Just because they're black, we can differentiate them. Criminals. And the problem is that you have a lot of rich people that their richness are coming from these criminals. So these criminals funded the criminal children, basically the children of criminals. And how you fix that? You gotta take the money and spread it around to all the slaves that you brought them in the boats and their children. You gotta give them the money. You can't. It can't be other way. This is bullshit. So hey, you got that, my opinion on that one too. It's not an easy show. It's not a political show. I'm not to Trump. I'm not Obama. Obama sucks. I lost all my money. I lost my West Hollywood apartment with Obama. Obama sucks. Donald Trump sucks too. Obama was good in some things. Donald Trump is good in some things. But most of it, all of them suck. If I would be president, it would be different. It would be completely different. I can't tell you what's gonna happen, but it would be absolutely heaven. You would say, what happened? Oh, is George Anton is the president now? What happened? Why is heaven? Why is when I go outside it's heaven, inside it's heaven? It looks like heaven. Why? Oh, it's George Anton. He's the president now. Can I have some music on this show, please? No laughs. Don't laugh. Oh no. Coronavirus task force. Wow, we didn't have that in a while. Vice President Mike Pence and members of the coronavirus task force. I hate that. I don't like. I like Mike. Mike is a very neutral guy. You see, Mike is like seeing nothing happens. He's saying nothing. There's nothing happening. Mike Pence. she put my pants. So I like Trump. The Trump can guide the stock market. Everything he says in the morning, then I know what to do on the stock market next day because I gotta double this cash. Trump was great for me. Obama sucked. I lost all my money with Obama. Trump was fantastic for me. I was in the front line. I was working my ass off, and many people were not working because they were sitting home receiving this $600. When I was working, making less money than them, but I was working for all these months and overtime, thanks to people not going to work. I had work, so now I can't go anymore because of I had some diarrhea and couple of symptoms of COVID-19. I didn't feel really good. Don't applaud for that. And I went to take the test. It was in a parking lot, and I returned, and now I'm seeking more information, medical attention. I understand the companies are not responsible for their employees. If I contact COVID-19, there is no cure right now, there is no vaccine, and if I die, my daughter, what she's gonna get a be orphan, have no father, and I will make no money from the company. The company has no responsibility. I'm on my own, so I'm not gonna go. Yes, you can applaud on this one. I'm not gonna go to risk my life with I had at work one lady. She came, stop laughing, this is serious. She came and she said, "Oh, you know what happened, George?" What happened? My sister, she works for the jail system. I said, "Really?" Yeah, she's a guard in jail. Alright, and I said, "I know they give COVID to each other, the jail people, they give it to each other." And she says, "Yes." And she came home and she gave COVID-19 to my mom and dad. And she showed me the text, and she said, "Look, read." My mom, she wrote me, "COVID-19 is no joke." Man, that day I said, you know, what is this bullshit? And I cannot risk my life. I was feeling sick. I had these symptoms. Fuck this. I'm not gonna put my life in danger, man. You have to take responsibility for my life, and in case of I die COVID-19,
make it easy to grab what you need. So
in case I die of COVID-19, you have to pay me $1 billion in insurance, okay, to my family, to my daughter, or at least I die for something, you know, because after I die, it's done. George Anton show, it's over, and it's nothing after that. It's black. Dead, brain, done. I'm losing my eyesight too. I can't see without regular glasses. That's why I have these glasses. I wish I would now have the glasses so you can see through my eyes, because you know what I'm talking about. So, because the eyes are the window not to the heart, but is the window to the brain. Because I just found out from this. I was telling you about this neuroscientist today. I was listening to Joe Rogan. You have to listen to Joe Rogan, the show with a neuroscientist. And let's see which one. And the guy says, you know, eyes are actually an extension of your brain. And he's right, because our body, it's an extension of our brain. We begin as a brain, okay? So the brain got out of the water. It still has, the brain is in water, in a skull. It has some liquid that it goes back and forth. And he needed to go out, you know, with this creature, and that's the eyes. It's unbelievable, you know. They exit from the brain through the skull. That's the actual eyes are actual brain. That was really interesting to hear. This guy, no wonder he got paid $100 million for his podcast. He deserves it. He has interesting guests. Every single time I go on a show, he's got somebody saying something interesting. Like this Andrew Huberman, highly recommended.
Yep. You're experiencing digital eye
freaking
digital
commercials.
That's right.
I hate YouTube. Alright. Andrew, neuroscientist and tenured professor in the Department of Neurobiology at the Stanford University School of Medicine. He had made numerous important contributions to the fields of brain development, brain plasticity, and neural regenerations and repair. So this guy already has.
Research, so I've got students, postdocs.
And look how young he is, man. He's like, this is a smart dude. So that's him.
Manage this seesaw. I mean, we know that being in
I can play this guy's show because he's his show. So go ahead and watch the Joe Rogan Experience with this neuroscientist. Highly recommend it. Alright, Corona task force without Trump is nothing. New federal interest rates. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell Wednesday is gonna hold a press conference and is gonna be announcing interest rates. Oh, that's gonna deserve a search. Interest rates Wednesday. Stocks effect. Let's see what this guy's gonna do Wednesday. How do interest rates affect the stock market? Moved up, and the borrowing becomes more expensive. They cut back on spending. Stock prices to drop. So they're gonna raise tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday gonna drop. Oh, whoa! Stay away from buying Wednesday. I'm gonna do more research on this one. Maybe they're gonna go up after this guy's announcement. Wow, I didn't know Wednesdays this is coming. These news are good. I'm telling you, Wednesday something is gonna happen with the stocks. Monday too. And Tuesday. Wow, it's gonna be a busy week. One of the most important Islamic holidays, El Adha, begins Tuesday evening, commemorating Ibrahim's. What the fuck, Ibrahim is nobody. That guy Ibrahim. Look at the future. You're looking at the past in the Bible. Are you gonna be kidding me? A day to celebrate. I told you, once you're dead, you're dead. There's no God. If there is God, that would be funny. This is for another show. We're not gonna get maybe to another show. We're gonna get into the multi-dimensions and all that stuff, stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna tell you, I think it's black. I think it's over. The more and more I see more people dying. I buried someone the other day in a show. I had a burial on a show. It was the attorney for my divorce. She destroyed my life. She died. She was happy, having fun in Santa Monica on a boat with money. She got a new Mercedes. You know, all this money from extracting from the court system, taking advantage of people that go through a divorce and taking their money. And now she's dead. After all this fun, all these expensive cars, Mercedes, Santa Monica beach apartment right here, multi-million dollars, and kaput. Now she's dead. So when I see death, I look at my own demise. That's gonna be, I'm amazed. I still woke up this morning, be here on a show, give you another show this Sunday, and I will be amazed tomorrow another show. And I have, yesterday I promise, I had a beautiful show yesterday. We had a sidekick, one of my costume designers when I used to be a filmmaker before I became a comedian. He was on a show. We had a great show today. We're gonna do next year, after another 360 episodes, we're gonna do the recap. We're gonna do the show yesterday again. We're gonna play from the show yesterday in 1 year from now. So George Anton show, if I'm gonna be alive and this death and black is not gonna come to me, we're gonna see each other next year, and I hope the best for you to stay healthy into this COVID-19 and get those $600 a month. Don't matter how. Some people make more than 600. Do you know how many people I seen? They were making, I make more than that. And some people make less. That shows you the inequality in America. Yeah? This is a day to celebrate your friends. first proclaimed by the United Nations Thursday, marks the Day of Friendship. Well, if you friendship, just give money to each other. People who has a lot, give to people who has little. Because the homelessness in Los Angeles, that's why Joe Rogan is leaving. There's so many homeless people in Los Angeles. There is no freaking police. They want to defund the police. No security for him and his family. And he gets $100 million from Spotify. He has to pay taxes, state taxes, probably 20 million out of that. And then another 30-40 million to the federal taxes. And then what is he gonna have left? 30-40 million dollars? So he says, you know what, screw it, I'm going to Texas. I'm saying Austin, I think it's gonna be Austin, with Alex Jones. I'm gonna have Alex Jones on a show. I already signed in a contract to Spotify to let me have Alex Jones on a show. And I'm gonna do crazy show. I think this guy is gonna do such a big show in Texas there. It's gonna be such a comedy mecca. This gonna be open a comedy club, they're gonna come. But I already spoke about this in the yesterday show, about Joe Rogan move, so big fan of Joe Rogan. Go ahead, man. Because he followed Howard Stern, big fan of Howard Stern. The first, the innovator. That's my big one. First, I was fan of Howard. And then when he changed his show and there were no more strippers, no more midgets, I switched to Joe Rogan. Not that he has midgets, but I also got older. I was in my 20s, 30s listening to Howard. And I switched to Rogan because he's got like neuroscientists and shit like that. So I like that. I'm a filmmaker, I like to listen to smarter people because I'm a fucking idiot. So the more information I can hear, the better I can become here on a podcast. I can become a better entertainer. Because it seems like now I have to be a stand-up comedian from home and nobody's laughing. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this world. For now, everybody's waiting for this $600. The CARES Act, yeah, is set to expire. Through Congress is in the midst of negotiating another stimulus package. The CARES Act, which allotted $600 weekly to unemployment benefits during this pandemic. When the pandemic, this $600 finished, I went home. I cannot reach my place of work because of this COVID-19. So it's set to expire Friday, which it was just this Friday. It was expired. Millions remain out of work, or this Friday is gonna expire. Oh yeah, this Friday. Sunday? No. This other Friday. Millions expired already. Millions remain out of work, and the pandemic worsens in the US. That money is needed now more than ever. So what stimulus package they are negotiating? It's gonna be tough. House minority, Kevin McCarthy, I'm not gonna get into details. I mean, these guys, they're not getting sick, they don't care, they are have security, they get the best places. Oh man, these politicians. I was in the front line. I was with this chick that I was working, her sister works in jail, where the jail people, they spit in each other's mouth to give the COVID-19 to each other so it can get out of jail. Don't laugh, that's not funny. So millions remain out of work. That's I know, it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be in the street. I've seen some militia with the guns, and I made the comment on Facebook. A lot of people liked the comment because I said that look, they ran out of stimulus because they were all with the guns and walking in Aurora, Colorado, somewhere. No, Aurora. One guy shot another guy with during the demonstration. It's just crazy out there, man. And you want me to be in the front line? You want me to get out of the house and go to this? Are you kidding me? You have to pay me probably. If you give me 10 grand a month, it was probably worth it. Allowing the $600 unemployment benefit to expire. Oh my God, how is this? Okay, could devastate the U.S. economy. Aha, this is CNN, everybody. Out of the vast $2 trillion COVID-19 relief bill, Congress passed at the end of March one seemingly figure, 600. Alright, we know that. If you are making 50,000, it's more advantageous to be on unemployment insurance than is go back to work. Dun, dun, dun. So you have such an inequality because more people make less money. Some people are hourly slaves and some others are working for the corporations. So that is what it is. Yeah, it's funny as hell because when the pandemic hits, it hits us all equally, and the financials are not equal. We are not equal with each other. I deserve to have more money than some of you, and some of you deserve to have more money than me. Actually, millions, billions of dollars. Why do you deserve to have more money than me when in the end of the day we are just monkeys? Because if I get you naked, you're not gonna be much different than me. If we take a picture together, you naked, I'm naked. I would prefer someone the feminine side because I'm not homosexual, but I just for the picture, I mean, I would take it with if you are a billionaire and you are a gaylord, I will take a picture with you as well, naked, so we can see each other that we are actually equal. You and me, we are not that much different. Okay, so right now everything is different. The 600 is different for some people that are hourly slaves with those that they have salaries, $100,000 to $200,000 a year. All right, so that is the story of inequality in America for the $600. And that was the news. I think this is it. We don't have any. Thank you. Wow. Today's big event, CNN presents Unconscious Bias. Well, thank you for providing the news to the George Anton show. Right here, something against racism at 8 p.m. I think we missed it already, but who cares? We're just saying thank you to CNN. And Emmy nominations are here. Finally, after a delay, the 72nd Emmy Awards nominations will take place Tuesday. Wow. Recognizing prime television. Wow. Actual award show won't be until September. Just cheer. So some basketball, I'm not gonna care about that. Quiz time. $1.95 billion deal was reached between US government and which pharmaceutical company to produce millions of COVID-19 doses? Pfizer, Roche, Johnson & Johnson, GlaxoSmith. I say Pfizer. Play Total Recall. I say Pfizer. Let's see what the game says. Total Recall. We have a game. Total Recall. So where is it? The mayor of which US city? Oh, I have to play this? Okay. The mayor of which US city was tear gassed after attempting to speak to a crowd protesting for racial justice and against the presence of federal forces in a city? Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Atlanta, Georgia, or San Francisco, California. Let's get somebody on a show so we can play the game. I didn't know we have a game today. We have a game show. This is amazing. Let's call my real estate agent because I had to call her anyway. Let's see if we can get. Hello, hi, is this Charisma? Hi, how are you doing? My name is George Anton. You are now live on a show. I called you because I'm trying to buy a house and I'm sharing that on a show. Do you mind if you come on live? Would you accept to come live on a show?
I'm trying to understand. What did you say?
You are now live on a radio show because I want to buy a house and I wanted to ask you if you would want to come live on a show.
Not live on the show this evening, but I don't mind helping you with the home that you're interested in.
Oh, definitely we're gonna do that. I'm gonna have to call you and discuss. I can discuss it with you right now on a show if you don't mind, live. But
Because I'm actually actually do mind. We're just returning in from visiting a relative that was extremely ill.
Oh, I see. Okay, then I'll call you later. I thought you don't mind because I want to promote your real estate too on a George Anton show here. So, but don't worry, next time we can do it next time. We're gonna get to know each other. I'll call you and we talk about the property. It's basically, I want to buy cash. Cash, if he has no liens, $10,000 and I want to buy it. That's it. Set up.
Okay, I'll prepare your offer for
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a great day. So yeah, seems like she doesn't want to play the show, but she's gonna help me. What I want to do, I want to buy a house with land, with no deeds, no nothing. I don't care how bad the house is, just to not be demolished. And I want to give 10,000 cash and buy it. Put the title on my name, not more than 10. So let's see what she can come up with. I want to buy it in where the president wanted to visit in Jacksonville, Florida. I think that's the city that I picked for my real estate investment. Who can we call that we can play this game on a show? Let's call my this guy's not gonna pick up, but let's try it, man. Hey, maybe I need to get from him the hey Chris, this is George. We are now live on a show. Do you want to come on? Would you mind? Hello? Just say no if you don't wanna.
No.
No. Hey, listen, I wanted to call you anyway to bring because I have to cut my hair. I'm gonna call you in a little bit after I go off the air, okay? Because I wanted to play a game with you on a show, but if you're not available, that's fine.
What game?
It's a game for the questions. It's a total recall from CNN. I'm gonna go ahead with the first question, and if you like it, you just have to give one answer. You don't have to talk anything. The mayor of which U.S. city was tear gassed after attempting to speak to a crowd protesting for racial justice and against the presence of federal forces in the city? In Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Atlanta, Georgia, or San Francisco, California?
I don't know what that is.
You have to give one answer. Man, I wish I had the sounds on the show, like the clock tick tock. I'll do it. That's the clock, so you have to give an answer. I'm gonna repeat the answers again. Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Atlanta, Georgia, San Francisco, California. Portland. All right, we have a choice. Correct. Mayor Ted Whitler. Congratulations. I can't even play the congratulation music. Let's see here a congratulation applause for you. You got it right, buddy. Wow. No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's for free. The people are applauding you. Mayor Ted Wheeler of Portland, Oregon, was tear gassed. Yes. We have couple. Yes, was gear tasked in downtown section of the city. It is unclear who launched the tear gas, but the incident comes after days clashes between the protesters and federal forces. All right, you are ready for the second question? You got this one right, buddy. You're amazing.
What do I get for the second question? What's the prize?
We don't have any price yet, but now that you're opening the game show, you open the season for the George Anton show game shows, I will make sure that on the next one, when you play the game again, we're gonna get a sponsor and I'm gonna give you a prize. Actually, I can give you a prize. I can pay you a prize on my from my thing. If you use my code from Cash App, I will give you to make a Cash App account. I will give you $10 for Cash App to build wells for pygmies in Africa with Justin Wren. It's a promotion that we have from the Joe Rogan show. So now let's go with the second question. A 93-year-old woman known as Bruno D was charged with 5,230 counts of accessory to murder during his time as a Nazi SS guard at a Stadthof concentration camp during the Holocaust. In what country was the concentration camp located? You have 4 options. Say what?
Poland.
Wow! Poland is one of the answers. Between Germany, Ukraine and Austria. You choose Poland. Let's see if you're correct. Correct! The Statov concentration camp near the city of Gdansk, Poland. It's a site where it's estimated that over 65,000 people were murdered during the World War II. This is a landmark decision out of Hamburg, Germany, in that is likely one of the last Nazi trials in history and considered symbolic justice by many. My God, you are you have some knowledge, buddy. You're not a joke. Where did you study? Anyway. Oh my God, you are a smart fellow.
San Salvador.
Holy mackerel. All right, Chris from San Salvador. What is NeoWise? A new UN organization started to tackle the coronavirus pandemic. A deep sea submarine research program. A project dedicated to the search for the building blocks of life on Mars. Or a recently discovered comet. What is NeoWise? The clock is ticking. Do you want me to read again the answers?
What's the answers?
What is NeoWise? A new UN NeoWise. Neowise. Don't ask me. This is the question on the game. It's the question number 3 of 10. We have 7 more. It's a new organization started to tackle the coronavirus pandemic. A deep sea submarine, a project research program for Mars, to build life on Mars, or a comet.
A what?
Comet.
A what?
A comet that's coming from the sky. Comet.
NeoWise.
NeoWise. You know what? Fuck this question. Let's just pick a comet. Probably is wrong. Alright. I picked for you. It's correct, dude. It's correct. NeoWise is a comet. It was discovered in late March, named after NASA's near-Earth white whatever the fuck. So it just happened that I clicked on the right answer. It's a comet. So let's move on to question 4 so we don't bore the audience here. Which black American civil rights icon died recently after a battle with cancer? Come on, this is easy.
Which one?
Which black American civil rights icon, a guy, black American guy who fought for civil rights, died recently by cancer? Alright, I'm gonna give you a tip. He's a congressman. Alright, I'm gonna give you the answers now. Is it Dick Gregory, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Congressman John Lewis, or Congressman Elijah Cummings?
I don't know who these people are.
Well, this guy just died. I think it's Elijah Cummings, and that is incorrect. His name is John Lewis. I forgot his name too, but I knew his face. He shows me the face here. He died, man. Long battle with cancer, age of 80 years old. He didn't die of corona. He was in the government fighting for African American rights since he was a young boy. Number 5, US President Donald Trump tweeted a photo of himself wearing a mask. You never seen Donald Trump wearing a mask. And said wearing one displayed what character trait? Toughness, patriotism, strength, or weakness?
I don't know.
Okay, let's put patriotism. Correct! Trump tweeted a photo of himself wearing a mask saying that, you are on Twitter, right? You're a fan of Twitter?
Somewhat.
He said on Twitter, many people say that is patriotic to wear a face mask when you can't socially distance. And I saw you, I know you wearing a mask all the time. You are a very patriotic guy, if you ask me. Number 6, a 1.95 billion deal was reached between the US government and which pharmaceutical company to produce millions of COVID-19 vaccine doses? Buddy, I'm in a stock market. I know already the company. I can guess it. I bet you don't know it because you're not in a... I have on George Anton show, we have a section, Medicated Trader. I'm playing the logo right now. Where you learn how to use your child support money on a stock market or whatever money you have, the stimulus money, stimulus check, the $1,200 or the whatever you got. So, which company, man, just cut the deal with the government for to produce millions of doses? So you have to understand what this means, Chris. When you sell 1 million doses at $10 a piece, that is 10 million. If you sell for 1 billion people to vaccinate them at $10 a piece, that's $10 billion. And you're gonna need these doses all the time. Which company? You have 4 choices. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Roche, or GlaxoSmithKline. The clock is ticking. Pfizer. And you are correct. The US Department of Health, man, you got it right, buddy. You are good as an investor, seems like you should invest all your money in Pfizer. Sell your house, sell your car. Question number 7. Good idea. US investors are reportedly considering buying which Chinese video sharing app in order to alleviate US government security concerns and ensure its foothold in America? WeChat, TikTok, Tumblr, or Twitter? Which Chinese company US investors are reportedly buying, considering?
WeChat.
I'm gonna select WeChat, but I think it's TikTok, and that was incorrect, buddy. US investors are reportedly eyeing a majority share in TikTok because TikTok is taking over Instagram, a subsidiary of Chinese parent company ByteDance. TikTok has faced fierce criticism for the US government as tensions rise between China and the US over trade. Plus, now it's a problem with the Chinese. They try to steal the virus and they are closing consulates to each other. So it's a Chinese war. The stocks actually went down Friday because of this Chinese economic war. Question number 8. The Washington, oh my god, this is horrible, I hate sports. The Washington NFL franchise, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, has officially been given what temporary name? This is because of the Redskins Indians? No name? The Washington Football Squad.
Football team.
Okay, that was one of the answers, and it seems like you are correct. You are up on the news with the racism in America. Congratulations, because that was not right to make fun of the Redskin Indians, correct?
Correct.
Alright, question number 9. Here on this show, we have to be politically correct. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Alright, buddy. Question number 9. Which teen activist has committed to donate $114,000 to fight coronavirus in the Brazilian Amazon?
I don't know.
Let me give you some options. Ima Gonzalez, Greta Thunberg, Yara Shahidi, or Marley Diaz? I don't know either. I would say Greta Thunberg, but I'm not sure.
What? Yeah.
Okay, he wanted, watch teen, is a teen activist, a young person, has committed to donate $114 to fight coronavirus in the Amazon. You know, for the naked people in the Amazon, to teach them, hey, be careful with the corona, and yeah, Brazil is the second country after US, buddy, with the most coronavirus. I think they hit 2 million people cases. So which one you pick? Emma Gonzalez, Greta Thunberg, Yara Shahidi, or Marley Diaz?
Greta Thunberg.
Let's pick her. I would pick her too, but I bet it's wrong. Correct! Greta Thunberg, 17 years old, received the very first Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity. An award by Portugal, whatever. She donated, man, the 1.4 million, no, just 114,000 of the 1.4 million. So she keeps some cash because she's a young girl, she needs some money, right? And the final questions, man, you are wonderful on the show. You are a great for this contest. As of Friday, Hurricane Douglas was brewing near which US state? Florida, California, Oregon, or Hawaii?
I don't understand the question. But anyway.
Friday, yesterday, 2 days ago, Hurricane Douglas. It's a big hurricane, buddy. It's coming. It was brewing. Near which state? Florida, California, Oregon, or Hawaii? This is the last question and we're done. That's it, the end of the show.
What's the other option?
Florida, Oregon, California, or Hawaii? It's just like a twister. One of these. Florida. All right, that's good choice. Incorrect. It was seen near. What the fuck? Hurricane Douglas was heading towards Hawaii. It was Hawaii, dude. So yeah, far away. So you got 7 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. That's what it says right here on the screen. You did a pretty good job. 7 out of 10. So congratulations. And thank you so much for being on the show. What I need from you, I need to cut my hair. And I'm gonna cut the show right now. I'm gonna say goodbye to the audience. I wanna say to everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode. Brought to you by Trio, channel 224. This is Sky News. So stay tuned with the latest news on Sky News. That's why we're promoting Sky News on Trio. Trio is a cable television app. It's not only an app. On Trio.com, it's number 3REO. You can go on any website at any time on any device and watch cable channels. What's happening? You are a cable cutter. You cut your cable, you don't need cable anymore. But the cable was not cut. On Trio, we still have the cable channels, all the cable channels. You can watch them all listed. Soon is gonna be a big list coming on the main page. All the channels are available on Trio. So Trio is the new thing, is the new streaming, not this logo, okay, I'm playing the wrong freaking thing. This one. Trio is the new streaming television that you must not miss right here on a George Anton show. An entertaining show. We had Chris playing the game, a game show. We had the first CNN game show called, how the fuck is this game called? Play Me Off. No, Total Recall. It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, man. Total Recall. So it's kind of taking you to the past week, because now is the end of the weekend with the news of the past week, and you gonna see if you are good on the news or not, with what's happening in the world, keeping you up with the reality. Chris.
Right.
So, dude, we talk later, but I just want to make you a special invitation right here on the show. Alright, he hung up. I had a special invitation for him because he's an amazing, he finished a university for major in film history. You know, before I became a comedian, a stand-up comedian, 4 months ago, the pandemic, I became a stand-up comedian. And I used to be a film director, and I love films, I love history of film. Every single time I talk with Chris on the phone, we're talking about, now he hung up because he's on the show, it's his first time on the show, he did a fantastic job. I didn't give him the last word to say goodbye, I wanted to keep him a little bit more, but he hung up. But I'm gonna say goodbye for him, he's a wonderful guy, and he has a tremendous knowledge about film. I would love to have him call in sometimes and just talk about films. Like right now I was about to get him into a conversation about Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall, and would have probably gone another 1 hour on a show talking movies. And Arnold Schwarzenegger and Total Recall, and my favorite Total Recall is wrote by Philip K. Dick, my favorite science fiction writer that deals with robots, nanotechnologies. Basically, he deals with what if robots are gonna be so reach perfection, be so perfect that they're gonna look exactly us. So we won't be able to tell the difference between humans and robots at any point, because they're so small. The nanobots that we're made of would be so small, or the robot is made of, and that is a Philip K. Dickian concept, where you don't even know if you're a robot. So even if you're a robot, you wouldn't know, or a simulation or something like that. Total Recall is something that we all want to know, why the fuck we are here on this planet, and how did we become. I mean, we know that we are made of stars from an explosion, but pretty much, yeah, it could be the beginning, I guess. So this is the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at the next episode. We were on fire today. Next episode on George Anton show. Thank you.